see what I painted today, guys?
Yeah, what'd you paint today?
Okay, guess what it is, Mama?
Oh, that's a delicate arch at sunset.
Mama, where's mine?
Wow, with the pink and the blue skies. That's amazing. We met some new friends today. We made a sand cake with them. You didn't put in there how you got covered in dirt and mud. Is that in the picture?
No.
Is that in the illustration? Y'all are cute. This is
landscape arch.
Get closer so the viewers at home can see. Not that close. Okay, come on. Stella, stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Negative.
Don't.
All right, Monument Valley intro, take 3. And we're rolling. All right, so this week we are in Monument Valley, which is in southern Utah, real close to the Arizona border. This is a really beautiful area. It was kind of made famous by a lot of old Western John Wayne movies and things like that. And also Forrest Gump, that scene where he's running through that road on Monument Valley. Now they call that Forrest Gump Point. Most of this area is owned by the Navajo Reservation, and a lot of the things, like a lot of the attractions in this area are closed because of COVID. But there's still plenty to do and plenty to see. Even though the pace is a lot slower than where we just came from, which is Moab. It's still a great place to be, and I don't mind it at all that the pace is slow, actually. So today what we're gonna do is explore Valley of the Gods, which is north of Monument Valley, but really close. And it's not owned by the Navajo. I think it's BLM land, and it's got a lot of scenic areas as well. We're gonna do kind of a light off-road loop. And after that, we're gonna go check out Goosenecks State Park, which is, we're actually gonna try to stay in later this week. Now that park is kind of a first come, first serve, but it's been pretty slow around here, so I'm not expecting there to be an issue for us to get a site there, but today we're just gonna go check it out. Yeah, some of the non-exciting things we're doing today are, number one, we need to check out the grocery store because we're low on a lot of our favorite groceries. We did school today, and actually that was exciting. That was exciting. That was fun. I taught Spanish, so I'm the Spanish teacher now, officially. All right, girls, take 5. Are you ready to review our Spanish lesson for the day?
Yes.
Okay, repeat after me. Tomo el libro.
Tomo el libro.
Abro el libro.
Abro el libro.
Cierro el libro.
Cierro el libro.
So that's super exciting. And laundry, we have to do laundry, which that's one of the things we haven't found like a good rhythm on quite yet, because we're using a lot of the park, like the RV park laundry facilities, and those can be a little expensive, especially, you know, if you're doing several loads of laundry per week. So but I don't think we don't have much of a choice, because there's not a lot in this area.
Well, we've only been to a couple of areas, and we've been moving fast, so out of convenience we've used the facilities at the campground, and that's about $4 a load
on average. Yeah.
On average, and you know, we typically do a minimum of 4 loads.
Yeah.
Once we slow down a bit and can take time to find the laundromat in the area and see how that compares to the laundromat at the campground, then we'll decide.
Can we afford doing laundry, or are we just gonna have to wear dirty clothes?
No, we can afford it, but is it worth the extra effort to go out of the campground and save money at a different location? Or do we just do it for a little bit more expensive at the campground?
Yeah.
Just haven't had time to figure that out yet.
So we were just finishing. We probably have about a mile left of Valley of the Gods Road. What were you guys doing the whole time? Acting like clowns?
Laying down and doing.
Although they don't say four-wheel drive is required, it's probably recommended, especially from a suspension perspective. But yes.
Is that a visitor center?
No, this is not a. I don't know what that is. That's someone's house.
UPS.
And there's a UPS truck there. Oh my gosh.
Wow. They have been driving this road for 1 whole mile to get here.
Valley.
It's the Valley. Okay, we were not expecting this, but we're at the Valley of the Gods Bed and Breakfast.
And it's open. How do you get a chance to build?
I don't
That
know.
structure's been there for a long time. John Wayne's house.
Maybe.
And they bought it.
I want to see what it is, Papa.
We should have grabbed a brochure.
Oopsie.
All right. So anyway, so we're just finishing up this road, and it was a lot of fun. Now we're gonna go check out Goosenecks State Park.
Hey girls, we're gonna ask Papa what the plan is. Okay? So please refrain from gum popping, from board tapping, from
Tap dancing.
pencil box shuffling. Okay? And definitely from picking your nose. So Papa, what's the plan?
All right, so this morning we are leaving the Goulding's RV campground, and we are on our way to Gooseneck State Park, and we're gonna be doing our first ever boondocking experience. So that'll be pretty interesting. Gooseneck does not have any water, so we're gonna have to fill up on water, and we found this gas station right before you kind of enter Gooseneck, where we can fill up our freshwater tank with water, and then we will go up to Gooseneck. It's a first come first serve campground, and there's only a handful of spots, so we're hoping that we can get a spot, but if we do, it'll be pretty epic because it's right over I think that's the San Juan River, if I'm not mistaken, but you can see the Gooseneck of the flow of the river. So it should be fun, but for us it's kind of a little nerve-wracking because we've never boondocked before, and we have to fill up with 400 pounds of fresh water and haul that up, and then it's a first come first serve, so hopefully we can even get a spot. So we're gonna give that a try. Wow, we just got here at Goosenecks State Park, and we pretty much got exactly the site we wanted, which is awesome, and this is why. So there you go. This is gonna be fun. What do you think of the site?
I like it.
Amazing. Once in a lifetime.
There's a dead mouse in our fire pit.
Cool.
And there's a dead mouse in our fire pit, so.
Ooh, he is soft, like firm, petrified.
Can we put a rock on top of it?
All right, so far so good. I just finished setting up the solar panels. I have two. One is charging the jackery, which is under that little shade right there. And the other one is providing power to the house battery. Now I did have some issues. I installed a solar port before we left, and it doesn't seem to be working. So I have the solar panel connected directly to the battery using the alligator clips. I think it's an issue with reverse polarity, so I need to dig into that a little bit more. But right now it's working. A lot of the stuff we didn't know what was going to happen until we tried it, and so today's kind of one of the first days that we're trying. I'm still unsure how we're doing on the solar for the house battery. I need to dig into that a little bit more. But I do have it connected and providing power. I just don't know, because I don't have a battery monitor installed yet. I don't know if I'm having a net gain or a net loss of power in the battery. So I'll dig into that. But so far things look pretty promising. The girls are doing school right now, and I just can't get over how awesome this place is right here. I don't think we'll ever have a more epic campground, I don't think. A quick Merlin update. We have his bed set up under the trailer where it's nice and shady, and he's just going to town on his monkey. But he's happy because he's in the shade. That's his favorite place to be. But he did want to come outside, so we got him kind of tied to the steps here. But he's having a blast down there. Quick Vivi update. You ready to explore? Are you guys going on a nature walk? And what are you looking for? What are you going to be looking out for?
Rocks. Clues. Just kidding.
Clues?
Sandstone and signs with words.
Signs? Wait, sandstone and signs with words? Okay.
No.
And the water.
Rocks, water. Not signs with words.
And Vivi, what do you have hanging on your binoculars? Okay, very cool. What do you guys think of this amazing campsite?
I like it.
You just like it?
It has a butt rock.
It has a butt rock.
Stella, I think we should get shorts on.
That's all this girl ever cares about is things that look like butts.
So you're forcing yourself. You have a blue one.
Some of my boo-boos are better. See, my nails are scratched up.
So what happened?
Well, I wish I had a good story, but I was running along Gooseneck and I tripped on a rock. Lots of rocks.
That's one thing about this area. It is very rocky and gravelly.
It was a combination of Foo Fighters and an amazing view. I just got carried away.
Yeah, it was hard to pay attention to where you were running when you have all these views.
But I ran back.
Yeah.
Picked myself up, I ran back, and Papa took good care of me. And the
Wow.
girls are gonna do dishes for the next 7 days.
Yeah.
You can still stand up.
I can, but I can't get my hands wet.
Bad rock.
And so this thing came in handy.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this since our camping days.
Scissors.
Oh yeah, we got to put that back.
Never
Rocks.
leave home without your peroxide.
Yeah, you used about half that bottle. Well,
Rocks in there.
Oh, that would do guts in there.
all right, but you're feeling a little bit better now.
I'll be okay.
All right.
Wish I had a glass of wine. But a seltzer will do.
A seltzer will do for now.
Was that lady? Hi, Papa.
Hey, okay, baby. So tell me about your new suit.
Well, I made this suit of glow sticks, and Papa never noticed me saying its name, but I call it, guess what it's called? It's called the 8 suit, because it's in the shape of an 8.
It's a fantastic suit.
See?
And sometimes it sounds like ape.
Ape suit. Baby, you're wearing your ape suit or your ape suit?
Yo, it's about that time to break forth the rhythm and run. Yeah! Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth.
All right, so an update to our boondocking situation. Everything is fine, but overnight the house battery, so the trailer battery, died, and this happened around 3 in the morning. And I figured it out because the refrigerator started beeping and giving me a signal of low DC, which basically means the battery is low. And a few minutes later, the battery died. And so what that means is that nothing in the trailer works at all. So no heat, none of the I won't be able to close any of the slides, you know, no light, so it's completely dark in there, or it was until the sun came up. And so how did that happen is one of 3 things. The sun was kind of hazy yesterday because there was a lot of kind of smoke in the air, so I didn't get a lot of good solar energy into the solar panels, for one thing, so that could definitely be a factor. The other thing is that so I have 2 solar panels, but I was using one to charge the house battery and another one to charge the Jackery, but I think I'm gonna have to use both solar panels to charge the house battery. Next time we boondock, we'll probably have to do that, or you know, the battery that we have, which is just 100 amp hour lithium ion phosphate battery, is the battery that we have is insufficient. So I think the next time we'll just test it with just giving the 200 watts of solar instead of 100 like we did this time, and hopefully that'll be sufficient, because those batteries are pretty expensive. So I'm not gonna buy one right now until we realize we absolutely have to have one. And plus, you know, 80-90% of the time we're not going to be boondocking. We're going to be, you know, at somewhere that has at least electrical. So I think it should be, I think we'll be okay. But so the solution to the problem today with a dead battery is I have to break out the generator, which is a little noisy, and I want to wait until a little later in the morning to turn it on, because I don't want to disturb the neighbors too much. So whenever I start hearing all these big Class A's like idling and stuff like that is probably when I'll kick it on. But the generator will allow me to power everything. So we'll be able to close the slides. We'll have heat in the trailer while we set up, because today we're actually traveling again. We're leaving this place to go to Grand Canyon. So we'll be fine, but it was just a little surprise for us, because it was chilly from 3 a.m. on. It was chilly inside the trailer. It was probably like 65 degrees, which is not horrible, but chillier than we're used to having it in there. So but anyway, everything's good. Just learning. This is our first boondocking experience, so we knew that there was going to be some learning. So I'm going to go break everything down and hitch up to the truck, and we're going to go to Grand Canyon. So